I am Pule Mulibati for Stories Untold. Welcome to the show. As we spread festive cheer this month, we'd like to remind you of one of the biggest prevalent challenges that South Africa still grapples with to date: displaced children. Today we bring you the story of Mama Asi, otherwise known as Mama Asi. When she first came to the community of Oliven here in Johannesburg, her intention was to start a hospitality business. But she couldn't turn a blind eye to a large number of displaced children in this community. And that inspired the building that you see behind me today. Our producer Nontantla Mthembu, together with our video journalist Given Masidoni, spent a couple of days here at Dimponyana Tsalapeng foster home to bring us the story behind these colorful walls. Let's go in there.
It is said, it's not how much we give, but how much love we put into giving. Asnath for Mama Asi, as she is affectionately known, is one such person that carries her home in her heart. Since the year 2000, many have created beautiful Christmas memories under her care at the Dimponyana Tsalapeng foster home.
Mama Asnath was born in 1955. Mama Asi is a mom of 5 kids. That is my own children that I gave birth to, and then I have children that I fostered, since the year 2000 when I came to Olivenhout. The reason why I decided to foster children was when I came into this area, I wanted to actually pursue tourism business. But then I realized that there were so many social ills. So instead of starting a tourism business, I decided to start an NGO to help, the kids that were in need of my services, which was to take care of them and be a mother to them, So I was then approached by the welfare department, local one, to say they have problems, they don't know where to place the children. I didn't even have a clue how I was going to do this job, because I was not trained to do this job. All I knew was I needed to be a mother to these children. So most of the things I learned as I go, taking care of the children, things like we needed to register and have an NPO, all those things, I just got to know about them as I worked. Even the issue of children that are placed are going to be, I didn't even know. All I said was, whatever God has blessed me with, I'm going to share it with his children. So, things like donations and whatever, it's something that I never even knew they existed. So it is things that I learned as I go. So I just had a heart to say, I am having a blessing to get this space. I'm going to share it with the children that are in need.
Besides the children she has at the center, Mama Asi has taken some of the foster children under her wing in her own family home.
Currently, the children that I have under my care is Snentlantla. Snentlantla she's a very sweet child, but there's something in her also, she can be very cheeky. And that's why I say, when you see this kind of things, you start asking myself, am I doing a good job with these children? But then you realize that there are also some underlying issues, so you need to understand how to treat them. And also to learn to look at the good of a child and not the bad side only. That way you are able to overcome most of the things. Because if you focus on the negative aspects, then you'll miss out. Yeah, you'll miss out on the bigger picture of a person. Yeah. The one that I raised like a baby now, it was Bongi, the one who's going to come. She was 5 months old when she came. I had to be a mother. Yeah. He's currently 8 years old, and when he came into our place, she was only 5 months old. So Bongi attended crèche there, and then he graduated. And because it was like a last born then of the children, she had a special space in my heart, because I grew up from a young age. And then I enrolled her in a Model C school in Midrand. So that's where she is. She's amazing. She's very smart. And I've also now started enrolling them for piano lessons here in Snentlantla. I can see she loves music a lot. And I just felt that she must do music as well. Also Snentlantla to calm her situation, because she can be very cheeky. So I think music will make them calm down. Yeah.
So you have your 3 down. You see? Try it.
There's a guy who comes here to teach them.
Well, number one, music has a tendency to relax you. It has a tendency to impact you. So as soon as we introduce music to kids, or anybody for that matter, rest assured, it will impact you, obviously in a good way. Secondly, music has a lot of maths. So there's a lot of counting, a lot of numbers. So if you have music as your class, you can rest assured that you will improve in your, say, maths or accounting classes. So that's basically the impact that music has on anybody. Sin and Bo, they're good kids, very good kids, fun to have around. And what I like about them is that they're very humble, and they give their all into this thing. They pay attention, they ask questions, and we also do follow-ups. I do follow-ups with them during the week, especially Usinentle, because she's the older one. They are good kids, and they are really hungry for this thing. So, and yeah, that really makes me happy to be working with such people who are hungry, passionate, loving, and fun to have around. Yes.
How
yes.
often do you see them?
Well, I see them
For these
once.
classes?
I see them once a week.
Even those who stay at the center receive just as much of her love, care, and attention.
And then the other one, the 19-year-old. 2 years ago, it was during December, and I was here at home. And then they called me to say, there are 3 kids, 2 girls and 1 boy, who someone left at the center saying he's coming back, he wanted to see me. The mother and the dad had parted. But then at that point, they were with the dad. And the dad was just overwhelmed over Christmas, because what happened is when the mother left, the dad was staying with friends. And then when it was December, they said, hey, Mfo, we need to go to our homeland, so you must see to finish with your kids. He was literally in the streets with the children. Wow. So he came to Dimpanyana. And when I went there to hear his story, he was no more there. He had left the children. I think he was obviously 15. The other one was, there was a 12-year-old, 15, 12. The other one was 10. Okay. So these kids, you could see they were in the streets, literally. They didn't have anything to wear, clean. They were having soiled clothes and all that. So they gave them some food. I had now to hustle. They didn't have changing clothes. They came as they were. So I had to hustle to get them clothing and all that. After 3 days, he rocks up to say, ma'am, I'm sorry. I didn't know where to take these kids. This is my story. I'm not with their mom, and I'm trying to get a place for us to stay. So in the meantime, can you take care of them, right? Then he said he was going to look for a place. January, he was still not back. And luckily, the elder boy was attending school in one of the high schools here. So I just had to now hustle for his uniform to go back to school. Brandon is his name. He is an amazing child, very sweet, humble. You would think he'll be bitter because, some kids get affected by, what is happening. Like I say, some just come with some character that you won't understand. But this one, on the contrary, very sweet. He's like from a loving family background, very respecting, and he loves soccer. He's even a captain of the soccer group. Not at the center. There's a woman who's taking care of the boys in the township. Okay. So at the center, we just allow them to also do extramural activities. Mm-hmm. So he loves soccer so much.
My name is Brendan and I live in Timponyana, Tsalape. So I play football here in Oliven. Yes, there are...
Team, tell us about your team.
Oh, my team, my name's team is Juvenile FC. And my role on that team, I play as a captain. And yes, they've chosen me because I am more patient and I encourage people to do something, especially on bringing the spirit back on the team. As a football player, we practice Monday to Friday, and on Saturday we play matches. So now I'm just going to change and go for a practice as usual. My favorite soccer player on Sundance is Tembazwane. I really love that man, and he shows me that I can make it in life as well. My best soccer trick, just what can I say? Basics only. I like basics, trap and pass, and it makes and then the spirit comes, because when you trap and pass, everyone is playing the football, and you are sharing, and sharing is caring. That's what I hear. So as the sharing is caring, at the end we'll get a goal. Everyone celebrates.
Today we are at Dimponyana Tsalapeng Foster Home. The center has been in existence for more than 20 years under the care of Mama Asi, otherwise fondly known by Mama Asi. Today we will be getting to know incredible stories of individuals who once called this place a home. That's happening later on the show. But right now we are looking at how the center is getting the children into the spirit of the festive season.
Mama Asi has teamed up with other community groups to provide help to the community. It is during the festive season, the need for this joint venture of help is more apparent than other times of the year.
I was fortunate that when I came, I secured a place that was expropriated to make way for RDP houses. Mm-hmm. But they wanted to demolish it, then I retained it. That's the center that you'll be seeing tomorrow. That center that was already having some buildings. So I just added some more buildings there to do the kind of work that we wanted to do. Yeah. That was in the year 2000. It's like a calling, because in December, nobody wants to work. People just want to have fun, right? Mm-hmm. And relax, So when you get this kind of call, then you realize that, it's important for this kind of work to exist in communities, because what would happen if we didn't open our doors for such children? What would happen to them? So for me, it gives me, a sense of peace that I'm making a difference in the children's life.
Sbusiso is a community home-based carer who works for the King's Hope Foundation. He expands on the reach of Dimponyana tsa Lapeng services beyond the Oliven community.
We'd normally do referrals from King Soap to Dimponyana because of Dimponyana basebenza ngabantwana who are vulnerable. So like OVC children, orphans and vulnerable children. Abantwana aba-abused or abazali umphakathi, we take them there. Kunama programs that are running at Dimponyana. Ne? And then there are also aftercare. So cabanga ukuthi umntwana makafika lapha, it's a second home for umntwana.
Ritepile is one of the mothers at the center. She has been here since the year 2016 and shares how this home carries Mama Asi's vision.
Mabaka a etsang hore ebe re ba le bana ba dikhutsana sometimes etsahala on early teenage pregnancy ebe bana ba sita ho ikamohela hore bana le bana, then ha ba keta ho ba reka ba tropa everywhere, then ke mo rona re le Dimphonyana re kenang teng ho take over as the second parent. Dimphonyana tsa Lapeng e tumile ka hore ke center batho ba bangata haholo ba benefitileng ho yona. We have got the lawyers from this center ba ileng ba fihla ile the orphans, ba ileng ba fihla ile batho ba lahlweng ke batswadi. Now they are the ones be leng hore ba bitsa our sponsors. Some of our sponsors they normally come this past year. Khono hole monate haholo re enjoy le some of our sponsors but le malapa bona where we felt too re fila lerato leo le leng hore malapa mangana lona hona jwale, because they did support us ba tla ka different activities, ba tla le di presents, ba re thusa ho tlhapisa bana, ba re thusa ho phela dijo tse leng di different tse ba di jang malapeng a bona. Then this is where we felt like strictly at home.
Ngama festive seasons, because of Mama Asi, abantwana baphela laphayana. It's like a place where children can be sorted out, taken care of, and says ukuthi there are no kids ukuthi bazodlengulwa or bazohlukumezwa in those kind of festive seasons, because of we are ukuthi Dimponyana ivula eminyango each and every December, not even normally December, from January to December, ne?
In the eyes of her community and those she helps, Mama Asi is a true hero with a big heart.
Welcome back. We are almost at the end of our show, but don't worry, we've got more coming up just before we say goodbye to you. I am still at Dimponyana tsa Lapeng foster home. This place has been in existence for so long under the care of Mama Asi, who has provided unconditional love to the kids and has remained a mother figure. Some of the kids are here to express gratitude, but they're also a beacon of hope to children that are currently staying at this place.
The challenges, of course, was when you receive these kids, they already have social and psychological issues. And when you take them into your fold, you expect them to behave like your own children. And then you find that it's not easy to foster children. You think you know life, but when you are in the space where you have children from other families, other backgrounds, then you realize that you still have to learn more about taking care of community people. It's never an easy thing. So those challenges made me realize that I need to also go for counseling, training, and also do ministry. I'm currently in my third year of ministry, just to try and be able to extend my compassion to the children and to understand how God wants me to raise them, because sometimes it's very difficult if you just apply your own knowledge, your head knowledge.
As many continue to relax and enjoy this festive season, for those who have experienced Mama Asi's compassion, it is the perfect time to pour their hearts out to her.
One of the kids is doing her honors Novesuthu in Pretoria, and I'm like, I saw her grow up and I never thought she'll reach that stage.
My name is Novesuthu Mahlangu. I'm 22 years of age and I'm doing my honors in industrial sociology and labor studies at University of Pretoria. As soon as my parents passed on in 2013, I was transferred to a place of safety, which is the Mponyana Talapeng, and Mama Asi, she's the founder of the place, and she became my legal guardian from there. Life goes on. We do masters part-time.
Mama Asi's love for her children is still felt by those who have since left her care and are now pursuing their adult lives.
I was 13 when I came to Mponyana Talapeng, and I think Christmas was the best season ever because you would receive Christmas gifts from left, right, and center. And also, she ensured that we went out a lot and we had, Christmas clothes and all that. So it was the best season ever. She's a very, very beautiful woman, and she is very, very strong because she was not just a mother to us, but a mother to the community. She played that role. For instance, in particular for us, how it is very, very difficult to groom kids that are not of your own. So, and it takes a very, very special human being to fill that gap. I think it was the empowerment for me because there was just a lot of things. Staying with her was not like the normal home, but where you have it at home, but she provided us with many programs that ensured that we're empowered in so many ways.
Novesuthu has some heartfelt words to share with the children that are currently under Mama Asi's care.
I would say respect is the way, so make sure that you do not take her for granted. She's not going to be here forever, so the time that you have with her, make sure that you make the best out of it and do your best in everything.
The other one finished school. She just sent me beautiful pictures of her wedding. She came to introduce the son-in-law. She's married in Tzaneen. So I was like, wow, this is wonderful. She came and she said, I wanted to show them the woman who raised me. So those are the highlights, really, when you see that kids also appreciate. You just do it because it's your way. But when they come back to say, thank you, Mama, and we still acknowledge you as a mom, it's very exciting. Yeah.
That is beautiful, Mom.
Yeah.
What better time than the festive season to celebrate and show gratitude to family, be it by blood or brought together by life's circumstances.
And on that heartwarming note, we end our show today. It's just a reminder once again that you too can do the little bit that you can in your corner of your world. It takes a village to raise a child. So do give, do share, spread love. It is the festive season after all. From an all-female team of Stories Untold, stay put. We are back next week, same time, same place. Sala Sindli.